Your Honors, the next to be interviewed is Attorney Rafael A. Morales, partner Sisip Salazar Hernandez and Gatmaitan.
Oh, kaya pala.
Oh. Biglang nawala. Ha?
Wala tao.
Okay, Attorney Cayosa, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Attorney Morales. What, to your appreciation, is the awesome responsibility of the Chief Justice?
The Chief Justice does not merely write decisions. The Chief Justice is actually the administrator of the Supreme Court. And I understand that 30% of his time is devoted to writing decisions, but the bulk of his time, about 70%, is devoted to administering the court system. And therefore, the Chief Justice must exhibit managerial skills because he will have to interact with the members of the lower courts, and also he will have to interact with the two other branches of government. I understand that there is a judicial, executive, legislative, advisory, and consultative council wherein the three heads of government sit down to thresh out problems of benefiting the country. And that is one of the functions of the Chief Justice. And I think he will have to make adjustment so that he will be able to fulfill those two pronged functions.
Thank you, Attorney Morales. Now, let's tackle the adjudicatory function. Now, having worked in the private sector practically all of your legal career, throughout your legal career, how will you overcome the fact that you perhaps may have to undergo some kind of orientation as how decisions are prepared in the Supreme Court?
Well, the duties that I do in the private sector as the managing partner of Sisip Salazar Hernandez and Gatmaitan are almost similar to what a Chief Justice does. For the past 37 years, I have been writing opinions to clients, which is actually similar to decisions being written by the justices of the Supreme Court. Facts are presented to me by clients, and I render an opinion based on the facts and the applicable law. Also, as I mentioned already, the Chief Justice is the administrator of the entire judiciary, and I, as the managing partner, administers the different departments of my firm, and I interact with other colleagues. We are a member of 7 international networks, and I interact with them. So the functions of the Chief Justice are not really strange to me.
Which brings me to the next aspect of the question, which is on administration. And you mentioned that from what you know, 70% of the work that is to be done by the Chief Justice involves administration, particularly the administration of justice. What in your recent past will show that you have the skills required to manage and to administer justice?
In terms of management, I have been the president of the Inter-Pacific Bar Association, which is an association of more than 2,000 lawyers coming from more than 70 jurisdictions. And I was able to competently interact with the members. I presided over meetings of the General Assembly. And I think those are substantially similar to what the Chief Justice will be doing.
So what was something that you feel that was a major accomplishment insofar as, getting things done in the organization, which you feel is necessary for someone who has to manage courts nationwide?
Well, we held an international conference in Manila, and it was organized by myself as the chair of the host committee. And the theme of the conference was about the changing face of legal practice and how the lawyers could help in the promotion of social justice and generally cope with the changing face of the legal profession.
As a candidate for the position of Chief Justice, what is your vision for the courts? What do you want to accomplish in the judicial system within the next 5 years if appointed Chief Justice?
I understand that there is an action program for judicial reform in place, and that has been declared by the World Bank as the model for the region. During my watch as Chief Justice, I would like the entire action reform to be implemented, particularly in the matter of decongesting the dockets of the court and providing upward salary adjustments to judges so that the independence of the judiciary will be further enhanced.
I also noticed that you are the managing partner of CSIP Salazar Hernandez and Gatmaitan law firm, and how long have you had this? Have you held this position?
About over 2 years now.
And as managing partner, do you still actually litigate cases? Do you go to court?
I don't go to trial, but as managing partner, I am involved in litigation in the sense that I help conceptualize and strategize cases. My role as a litigator is akin to the role of a solicitor in the United Kingdom. The solicitor helps in strategizing the cases, helps in writing pleadings, but it is the barrister that appears before the court. And both the solicitors and the barristers are intimately involved in the litigation. My function is akin to that of a solicitor.
What to you is the most serious problem that is plaguing the judicial system today?
It is the inability of the courts to render judgment to dispose of cases speedily.
And what do you think is the cause of that delay?
It is because the courts are undermanned. If you have a vineyard in which there are a lot of grapes to be harvested and there are only a few workers, the logical step is to hire more workers. But in the judiciary, about 25% of vacancies has not been filled up. So the judiciary is undermanned. And that's why I was proposing the upward adjustment of the salary scales of the judges so that we can attract more applicants from a wider range of applicants. Yeah.
On a practical sense, when was the last time that you visited a court?
It was about a few years ago.
A few years ago. And which court is this?
Regional trial court.
Is it here in Metro Manila?
Yes, it is in Manila.
Okay, so you have not had the occasion to visit a court in the provinces?
No, but yeah, no.
How about, have you had any conversation with perhaps a judge or a court personnel to really find out, from their perspective, what seems to be the problem causing the delay?
Yes, and I've also been in discussion with my partners who are in the litigation department of my firm.
Okay, so what was your basis for coming up with these proposals, considering that it has been some time since you've actually been in the courts?
It is precisely my discussions with my partners in the litigation department. We have a very big litigation department in CSIP Salazar Hernandez and Gatmaitan.
I went through the list that you presented in your personal data sheet of the seminars that you've attended, also in the symposia that you have participated in. And except for two, which you participated in 1982, which is on the rulemaking